Devil's Dream is definitely one of these pieces that have been passed down throughout every generation, and so it sounds more Irish and Scottish than anything else, but of course it's been passed on to the American roots. And so the basic version of this is really nice to use, and it's really seeing what we're working with here. So we're in D major, and that means we have the high 2 on the D and the A string, low 2 on the E string if we were working with that. So this piece is probably usually played in A major, so just shift it over. If you learn it in D major, all you have to do is play it on the A and the E string, and it's the same thing. And or if you want to play it in G major, you just start it on the G string and you play it on the G and D. So that's what makes the violin so fantastic about changing keys when it comes to fifths. It's not going to be that difficult. So we're starting this off with A, D, A, D, A, D, A, B, A, G, F, G, E, G, E, G, A, and we're going to come over on that A string, D, C, B, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it leads us right back into that first measure. This is that pickup note that leads us right back in. So we have that first ending that brings us right back in. My book did not have that that repeat, but we have this fourth beat here, and that's what this is making up for. So I drew in this double bar and repeat sign. You can see that I wrote it in because it's not as even. D, A, D, A, D, A, ba da 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 da. So then going in the second ending, this A leads us into F, A, D, A, F, A, ba da da da, G, B, E, B, G, B, ba da da da. So what I want to prepare your fingers for this particular area is because we're about to do it in eighth notes. So it's not too bad when we're playing it in quarter notes like that. 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, A, 2, A, D, A. That's nice and easy. But what's going to happen is we're going to have to bounce back and forth. So when I get to this B, I call it mash. And there's a couple of different ways that they can write this. It's either that way or that. I think it's this way, the way that they usually write it. Telling your fingers to be on both strings at the same time of mashing over top. G, B, E, B, G, B, ba da ba da. And then I don't have to worry about it too much right here. F, A, D, A, F, A, ba da ba da ba da 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 da. Then our first ending takes us back to our 10. F, A, D, A, F, A. This is all our D major arpeggio. We're walking down so that we have a G major. Oh, it looks more like an E minor because I have E, G, B, but it's going to feel more like our G major because of our G and our B. G, bum, ba da ba dum, D major and F, A, D, A, F, A, ba da ba da ba da da. Here's our G major right here, going into a D major right here, or to our second ending of that. So let's pluck this out, and this is going to help our fingers to get more into the advanced version, which is way more fun. So we're just starting off with that fourth beat of 1, 2, 3. D, A, D, A, D, A, scale down, B, A, G, F, G, E, G, E, G, E, reach over, D, C, B, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, walk down, G, B, D, A, F, D, D, and this leads us back into the beginning again, D, A, D, A, D, A, walk down, G, E, G, E, D, walk down, D, A, D, A, D, A, walk down, G, arpeggio up, second ending, F, D, D, A. So I'm going to take my time of learning how I'm going back and forth. We're going to do this with the bow, but really internalize it with what we're doing with our fingers. F, A, D, A, F, A, because we're going to have to go back and forth with our bow with the advanced version. So we're going to have to cross our strings with our bow. F, A, D, A, F, A. And so we just want that to be really down in our fingers of what we're doing. F, A, D, A, F, A. Scale down. G, B, 1, 1. G, B, scale down. F, A, D, A, F, A, B, A, G, F, G, B, D, A. First ending. And that takes us right back into 10. But before we move on, I want to look at measure 12 of what's happening. So I'm doing G, B, E, G. So as soon as I hit that G, G, B, E, G, I have my first finger mashed over my D and my A string. 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. And so I have my first finger between the two right there. And it's just 3, 1, 1, 1. And what you can do is like lean into it, or just have your first finger just ever so slightly high. Because when we have it ever so slightly high, our finger, instead of stopping the string, because that's what we're doing when we play, we're not stopping the string right here anymore. We're stopping the string back here on both strings, because we have to worry about stopping it on both strings right there. So we sometimes have to like reach a little bit higher if we're reaching in between, because that's where it's going to be stopping in between the two. It's not right at that first tip, because that's not where it's stopping. It's all the way back where it's touching that string back there. All right, so let's do, we're going to start from measure 16. We're going to do the first ending, and then we're going to go back into measure 10. So measure 16, 1, 2, ready, go. G, B, D, A, F, D, D. Repeat, 10. Scale. 1 and mash between the two. 3, 1, D, C, B, A. Scale down. G, B, D, A, second ending. All right, so work on that with those fingers now, so that when we do the advanced version, it's going to go so much faster for us. All right, so we are going to do this. I think we can do this at 70 because it's just quarter notes. 1, 2, and yeah. So pick up with that A. I'm going to give you a count of 1, 2, 3, and come in on the fourth, and we're going to do those repeats. 1, 2, 3. That repeat. So let's start from 7 and do that repeat again. 7, ready, go. Repeat. B-A. Scale down. Down. I have my 1 over both. Just that second finger. I can lift here. First ending. Back to 10. Mash my 1 over top. So get really comfortable with that that one in between, because when we do it with the advanced version, we're going to be going back and forth. And just going ba-da-ba-da-ba. And we're going to talk about our bow a little bit more. So happy practice.